Hello everyone and welcome back to the Zesty Raisin. My name is Patrick and today we are going to be addressing the elephant in the room. Today's video is going to be a little bit more raisin than it is zesty, but we're going to sprinkle a little bit of zest on it to try to bring those raisins a little bit more to life, because that's what we do here on the Zesty Raisin. It is Saturday, March 21st, 2020, and as you probably already know, there is an epidemic going across this country and across many countries throughout the world. It is called coronavirus. It is making many people sick. It is killing a lot of people as well. Today we're going to just talk about some of the statistics and what you can do to stay healthy and also to even take advantage of this time while maybe you have a little bit more free time after either having hours cut back from your job, being laid off, or temporarily just not scheduled at all. First off, let's start with the statistics. I will leave links below in the description to cite my sources on these statistics, and all these statistics were gathered around 7 o'clock this evening on Saturday, March 21st, 2020. So if you're watching this video at a later date, odds are the statistics are probably a little bit different by now. So as of today, as of right now, the US has reported approximately 301 deaths caused by coronavirus. In comparison, the flu this year, the 2019-2020 flu season, which started around October 1st, has caused somewhere between 23,000 and 59,000 deaths this flu season. Generally speaking, each flu season usually has around a 0.1% mortality rate, whereas the coronavirus has a 1.4 mortality rate thus far. So say 100 people get coronavirus in a city. Of those 100 people, approximately 98.6 of them will end up surviving. So what can you do to, first off, prevent the spread of coronavirus and also to take advantage of this time so that you're not bored out of your mind, so that you're not making $0, either short-term or long-term, so you can just kind of start planning for your future and planning for the now as well. So some things that you should already be doing: wash your hands frequently. I'm super obsessive about washing my hands, so what I do, say I just went grocery shopping or I just came back from a walk on a nature trail, I come straight into the apartment, wash my hands right away, go to the restroom, because usually I have to go to the restroom, and then wash my hands again, just to make sure that we're keeping everything clean. Basically, I'm double washing, once before using the restroom and once after using the restroom. So wash your hands, sing happy birthday twice if you have to, sing some other song, make sure it's hand washing for at least 20 seconds, scrubbing under the nails, using a good hand soap. Obviously, avoid contact with people. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to go full on quarantine. Like, you can have 1 or 2 friends over at your house, over at your apartment. Make sure you keep your distance though. Don't be sharing cups. Don't be sharing a beer and drinking out of the same can, or a glass of wine, drinking out of the same glass. Just use common sense. Avoid shaking hands, avoid kissing, avoid hugging. Again, practice good hygiene. Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. Just generally avoid densely populated areas. So whether that means the subway, which you might usually use during your daily commute to and from work if you are still working, maybe try to find some other means of transportation, or if you do still need to use the subway, obviously try to touch as little as possible and wash your hands as soon as possible after getting off the subway. Other places to avoid, if you're in Florida like I am, or say California, definitely avoid beaches. At this point, most of the beaches are being closed in Florida anyway, because spring breakers are coming here and are swarming and inundating our beaches by the hundreds or even the thousands, depending on which beach it is. So again, just avoid densely populated areas, whether they're indoors or outdoors. What you do not need to do necessarily, however, as long as you're not in a place that is in full-on quarantine mode at this point, what you do not need to do is stop going outside entirely. As long as you're not in a city or a state that has you full-on lockdown, you can still go outside and take a walk, either on the streets, on the sidewalks, at a local bike trail, at a local state park, if the state parks are still open in your state. So there are plenty of things you can still do outdoors that are not putting yourself at risk, so long as, once again, when you come home, wash your hands immediately, and when you're out there, just avoid close contact with other people, practice your social distancing. You'll probably be okay as long as you don't have a compromised immune system. Another thing you might consider doing to help to pick up the spirit some, consider picking up a hobby. You don't need to do anything crazy or super ambitious, but maybe consider picking up a guitar, maybe consider picking up some books, make a puzzle. There are plenty of activities that you can do either by yourself or with a very, very small group of people that does not necessarily involve much physical contact, so you will not be putting yourself or others in harm's way. Say you recently lost a job or your company's cutting back on hours, something you might consider right now, if you have enough money in your savings and or in your checking account, consider investing in the stock market. With the recent stock market crash, now is a very, very good time to invest in companies that you expect to come out of this epidemic alive. Keep in mind, this epidemic is probably going to last a couple months. It really just depends on how we as a country work together to keep this virus from spreading more and more. Just think about some companies that either you're passionate about, or even companies that maybe you're not passionate about, but you know they do very well in the industries in which they are operating in. And if you have money to spare, consider investing stock in them, because right now stocks are very, very low. And once we come out of this crisis in a couple months from now, their stocks are going to begin to regain their value. And that will be added money for you, not right now, but later down the road in a couple months from now. That is about it for this video. I hope it's been helpful. I hope you're taking very good care of yourself. I hope you're taking very good care of the people around you, practicing excellent hygiene as always. Don't go to the beach. You can still go outdoors. Don't go in crowded areas. We got this. We're going to make it out. We're all in this together. Thanks so much for watching. Consider giving it a like, comment down below, subscribe, and have a great day.